Hey everyone, welcome back. You're on an amazing roll. Keep that momentum going strong. Every episode brings you closer to that joyful day when you'll raise your right hand, take the oath of allegiance, and proudly become a U.S. citizen. The finish line isn't just near. You're powering toward it with real understanding and confidence. Today we're diving into questions 51 through 60 from the current 128-question USCIS Civics Test 2025 version. As always, we're going deep so you don't just memorize. You truly understand the wisdom behind America's system of government. Get comfy, stay energized, and let's keep building this strong foundation together. We'll explore each question with rich explanations first, then finish with a fast-paced pop quiz. You've got this. Let's jump right in. Quick review from previous lessons. Before we start today's new questions, let's warm up with a quick mix from everything we've covered so far. Pause the video and answer out loud. Why is the Electoral College important? Answer: it decides who is elected president, or it provides a compromise between popular election and congressional selection. What is one part of the judicial branch? Answer: the Supreme Court, or federal courts. Name one power of the president. Answer: signs bills into law, or any acceptable power. Who is the commander-in-chief of the U.S. military? Answer: the President of the United States. The executive branch has many parts. Name one. Answer: the President or Cabinet, or federal departments and agencies. Excellent. These concepts are connecting beautifully. If you missed any, go back and review. Everything builds as we move forward.
Let's talk about what the judicial branch does. The judicial branch reviews laws, explains laws, resolves disputes about the law, and decides if a law goes against the Constitution. The judicial branch acts as the careful guardian and referee of the entire American system of government. While Congress makes the laws and the President enforces them, the courts make sure those laws are fair, clear, and in line with the Constitution, the supreme law of the land. When disagreements arise, whether between individuals, between a person and the government, or even between states, federal courts step in to resolve them peacefully through evidence, arguments, and reasoned decisions. They review existing laws, explain what those laws actually mean in real-life situations, and have the powerful authority of judicial review to strike down any law or government action that violates the Constitution. This independent role, carefully designed by the founders, prevents the other branches from becoming too powerful and protects the rights and freedoms that drew so many of us to America. Without a strong judicial branch, the promises in the Constitution could easily become empty words. So if you are asked the question, what does the judicial branch do? You can now confidently answer: reviews laws, explains laws, resolves disputes, disagreements about the law, decides if a law goes against the Constitution. Let's talk about the highest court in the United States. The highest court in the United States is the Supreme Court. At the very top of the American court system stands the Supreme Court, the final and most powerful court in the nation. All other federal and state courts must follow its decisions. When the Supreme Court rules on a case, that decision becomes binding across the entire country. It is the ultimate interpreter of the Constitution and serves as the last resort for the most important legal questions affecting millions of people. Its rulings shape everything from civil rights and free speech to how elections are run and how government power is limited. For immigrants like you, who came seeking justice and opportunity, the Supreme Court represents the promise that even the most powerful people and institutions must respect the law. So if you are asked the question, what is the highest court in the United States? You can now confidently answer the Supreme Court.
Let's talk about how many seats are on the Supreme Court. There are 9 seats on the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is made up of exactly 9 justices, 1 Chief Justice and 8 Associate Justices. This number has been set by Congress since 1869 and has remained stable ever since. Having an odd number prevents ties when deciding cases. These 9 justices hear arguments together, discuss the cases in private, and then issue written opinions that explain their reasoning. Their decisions carry enormous weight because they become the law of the land. The 9-justice structure helps ensure thoughtful, balanced rulings that guide the entire country. So, if you are asked the question, how many seats are on the Supreme Court? You can now confidently answer 9. Let's talk about how many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case. Usually 5 Supreme Court justices are needed to decide a case. While all 9 justices typically hear important cases, it only takes a simple majority, 5 justices agreeing, to reach a binding decision. This is called the Rule of 5. In some situations, if justices recuse themselves or there is a vacancy, fewer may participate. But the principle remains. A majority rules. This system ensures the court can function efficiently while still requiring broad agreement among the justices. Their written opinions, especially when unanimous or strongly supported, carry powerful authority that shapes American life for generations. So, if you are asked the question, how many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case? You can now confidently answer 5.
Let's talk about how long Supreme Court justices serve. Once confirmed, Supreme Court justices serve for life or until they choose to retire. This lifetime appointment, written directly into the Constitution, is one of the most important protections of judicial independence. It allows justices to make decisions based purely on the law and the Constitution, without worrying about pleasing politicians, winning re-election, or facing political pressure. This stability helps the court provide consistent guidance over decades, even as presidents and Congress change. Many landmark decisions that protect our freedoms came from justices who served for 20, 30, or even 40 plus years. So if you are asked the question, how long do Supreme Court justices serve? You can now confidently answer, for life or until they retire. Let's talk about why Supreme Court justices serve for life. Supreme Court justices serve for life to be independent of politics and to limit outside political influence. The founders deliberately gave justices lifetime appointments so they could remain truly independent. They had seen how kings and politicians could pressure judges in other systems, so they created this safeguard. By not having to run for re-election or worry about pleasing powerful people, justices can focus solely on what the Constitution and laws require. This independence is a cornerstone of American justice. It protects minority rights, checks the power of the other branches, and ensures the rule of law stays strong even during turbulent times. It is one of the most brilliant protections built into the Constitution. So, if you are asked the question, Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why? You can now confidently answer, to be independent of politics or to limit outside political influence.
Let's talk about the current Chief Justice. The Chief Justice of the United States now is John G. Roberts, Jr. The Chief Justice is the highest-ranking judge in the country and leads the Supreme Court. As of 2026, this position is held by John G. Roberts, Jr., who has served in this role since 2005. Supreme Court justices serve lifetime appointments, so changes happen very rarely and usually only after many years. Still, because this is a current name question on the test, it is always smart to double-check the name using a reliable source, such as the official Supreme Court website, a few days before your naturalization interview. So, if you are asked the question, who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? You can now confidently answer, John G. Roberts, Jr. Make sure you double-check this right before your interview. Let's talk about one power that is only for the federal government. One power that is only for the federal government is printing money or declaring war, making treaties with other countries, creating an army or navy, or setting foreign policy. The Constitution carefully divides powers between the national government and the states. Only the federal government can handle certain critical national responsibilities. For example, only the federal government can print paper money and coins, declare war, make treaties with other countries, create and maintain the armed forces, or set overall foreign policy. These powers are too important to be handled separately by each state. They ensure America speaks and acts with one strong voice on the world stage. This clear division protects the unity of the nation while still leaving many other powers to the states. So, if you are asked the question, name one power that is only for the federal government, you can now confidently answer, prints money, declares war, makes treaties with other countries, creates an army or navy, sets foreign policy.
Let's talk about one power that is only for the states. One power that is only for the states is providing schooling and education, or providing police protection, giving driver's licenses, approving zoning and land use. While the federal government handles nationwide issues, the states keep important powers that directly touch everyday life. These powers let each state respond to the unique needs of its residents, whether it's a bustling urban state or a quiet rural one. This balance is what makes American federalism so special: strong national unity on big issues combined with local flexibility where it matters most. So if you are asked the question, name one power that is only for the states, you can now confidently answer: provides schooling and education, provides police protection, gives driver's licenses, approves zoning and land use. Let's talk about the purpose of the 10th Amendment. The purpose of the 10th Amendment is that powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people. The 10th Amendment is one of the most important parts of the Bill of Rights. It clearly states that any power not specifically given to the federal government by the Constitution belongs to the individual states or to the people themselves. This amendment was added to reassure Americans that the new national government would not become too powerful and swallow up local authority. It is the foundation of American federalism, the elegant balance between national unity and state independence that has helped the country thrive for over 200 years. So if you are asked the question, what is the purpose of the 10th Amendment? You can now confidently answer: powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people.
Rome, 20,000 spectators, one epic battle, 2 warriors, one destiny. But before they can fight for glory, they must face the real challenge: getting their visa approved.
If you want to enter, show me your visa.
They should have went to the law offices of Chris M. Ingram. They are very good.
Yes, I've heard the same. They handled my visa in no time.
They should have went to the law offices of Chris M. Ingram. Off to the Lions pit.
Come with me, boys. It's dinner time.
Because even legends need the offices of Chris M. Ingram.
Are you looking for a visa? Why don't you get your free consultation on the Breakthrough website? We're with you every step of the way.
You've just gained a much deeper appreciation for the judicial branch and the careful balance of power in our federal system. Understanding these why stories makes everything so much easier to remember. Now let's test your knowledge with the Pop Quiz. Pop Quiz rapid fire style with no explanations. Answer out loud. 51. What does the judicial branch do? The correct answer is reviews laws or explains laws, resolves disputes, decides if a law goes against the Constitution. 52. What is the highest court in the United States? The correct answer is the Supreme Court. 53. How many seats are on the Supreme Court? The correct answer is 9. 54. How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case? The correct answer is 5. 55. How long do Supreme Court justices serve? The correct answer is for life or until they retire.
56. Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why? The correct answer is to be independent of politics or to limit outside influence. 57. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? The correct answer is John G. Roberts, Jr. Double check before interview. 58. Name one power that is only for the federal government. The correct answer is prints money, or declares war, makes treaties, creates an army/navy, sets foreign policy. 59. Name one power that is only for the states. The correct answer is provides schooling and education, or provides police protection, gives driver's licenses, approves zoning/land use. 60. What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment? The correct answer is powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people.
You've now completed questions 51 through 60 and built even stronger knowledge of the judicial branch and federalism. Keep practicing these answers out loud. You're sounding more confident every time. You're getting closer every single day. Stay motivated, keep studying the full 128 questions, and I'll see you in the next lesson. You've got this. Keep believing in yourself and in the beautiful country you're about to join. Are you ready to move from applicant to citizen? Your journey starts right now. Check the next video on the series. Let's get those correct answers locked in.